now it is time for you to step into your power and not be the wind beneath the wings. You have to create the wings for many other people.
He's simple, he's real, he's authentic, he's a pure soul. Today you're super successful, but when you look back, there's certain events which must have happened in your life, which I call the key defining moments where your life changes. Can you share with us few key defining moments in your life?
Yes, Suren. I can think of three moments, like very specifically on this journey. Yeah. The first of those moments was attending Train the Trainer with Blair Singer, and that was one of those events that really opened up the whole aspect of what is leadership. I mean, what is a real trainer? Because everyone, it's very easy to take knowledge and just share information and just speak whatever comes to their mouth. But Blair is one of those people who I am eternally, grateful to, for really bringing out that leader in me, because he was able to go to those moments and speak some things that were so real that helped me reflect on myself. So the first part was breaking through during the Train the Trainer event, during all those exercises and processes, and that was where things started to change, and I got a real view of what is leadership in this space. And the second moment was making the stage, which was the next level. It was in Bangkok, Phuket. Yeah, it was in Thailand, Phuket. Even you were there. And I'll tell you one of those moments where he was working on me. Blair was working on me, and then I was just like social media guy and talking about how I'm helping companies with campaigns and this and that. And as I was speaking, he said stop, and then I was like, okay. And then I used a line where I was telling that I've been the wind beneath the wings of many successful people and campaigns. And he asked me, why are you the wind beneath the wings? Why are you saying that? I mean, he was able to pick up some energy in me where I was playing a smaller game in my life. And he said, you are not meant to be the wind beneath the wings. You are meant to be the plane. And then he immediately asked me, who has been one of the biggest inspirations in your life? Who has been the plane in your life, in your journey? The first flash that came to my mind was my grandpa, because he really helped so many people. And then he asked me one thing. He said, would your grandfather speak like this? Would this be his energy? And something happened in me at that moment. I said, no. He said, now I want you to speak like your grandfather. I want you to speak with his energy. And it's like, from that moment, it was like a flip switch. I can tell you it is a Sid version 1.0 and 2.0 at that moment, where I realized that he said that now it is time for you to step into your power and not be the wind beneath the wings. You have to create the wings for many other people. And that was a huge shift for me, because I was just trying to be I would say, the people pleaser, the good guy, just helping everyone, and the service mindset coming from a spiritual background. All this, and that seva mindset is always there. I don't want to be in the front spotlight. Let everyone be in the front. That kind of thing was there until this moment happened. And I'm so glad that Blair brought that out of me at that moment. And he linked it to my congruent side, which is my real inspiration, is my grandfather. And that's why I always share my grandfather's story every time, because I get my inspiration from him. So that was the second moment that was like a flip switch trigger moment in my life. And the third was, after running my agency for 5 to 6 years, grinding it, and I wanted to be my own boss, and like set up my own business, and but I realized that over a period of time, the agency business, I had like multiple bosses. I was not having the freedom, not having the flexibility, and it was good. It was a great journey and a stepping stone for me. But in 2018, when I pivoted from the whole services model to the product based model, yes, I'm truly grateful and thankful to my business partner and the teams that helped me step into this journey. But when I moved into this space, which is so congruent to me, and when I won that contest, I'd won a contest, and I was flown to Miami. It was an affiliate contest. Over 200,000 participated. I hit the top 10 spot in the world, and I was the only Indian in that. And I won a fully paid trip to Miami, Florida, where I spent 2 full days along with my mentor. His name is Vic. He's from the US. So one whole day on a yacht, on a $40,000 a day yacht. And then the next day we spent the whole day in a boardroom discussing ideas and millionaire strategies for growing in the internet space. And that expanded my horizon. Like, even though I had knowledge about internet marketing for 3-4 years before that. It was not reflecting in my bank account.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not reflecting. I was a knowledgeable guy, and I was doing workshops after workshops. More than when I look at it, I've done 60 plus workshops, even before TTT. But it was really, but after TTT was a whole paradigm shift. Yes, and you know that journey.
Yeah,
You've
I
seen
know
me from
the journey.
2012. So that trip to Miami expanded my awareness of internet marketing itself, and I realized that there is so much more to this game. And when I came back, again, I was not the same person. So the MTS shift helped me realize my true power, and this shift in Miami helped me realize the potential of the internet marketing space. And I came back, everything started to change. I mean, my bank account started to grow because I was looking at internet marketing from a different lens. It was not from a service oriented lens. It was more from a from a scaling and a strategic lens, and more from a community building lens. It was not just, okay, I know internet marketing, let me build you funnels, let me do lead generation for you, versus, okay, how can I help people get the results what they want on a magnified level? And that was, so these were the three defining moments. TTT was the seed, MTS was the leadership flip switch, and the Miami experience was the expanded awareness in the internet marketing space.
Yeah. My next question, and we have been having this discussion regarding what is happening around us.
Yeah.
With COVID-19 lockdown, we feel the whole education system is going to completely change, because we always said that schooling is different from education. We understand that. Apart from that, now it's going to be a complete shift. What is your take on it? What do you think is going to happen in the education space?
Yeah, many of you may or may not know this, but I'm a college dropout myself. I'm not a graduate. Yeah. So even you, Suren, you did a polytechnic and you came out, right?
I've never did a degree. Yeah, same here.
So the fact here is that the education system, like even you have shared this on the stage, is that it was created during the industrial era. Britishers created this to create workers and to make people employable. And all of us know this in theory, but now post-COVID, if you look at the situation, like 47 million jobs have been lost in the US. In fact, I did a video that went viral, like on the top 20 crashing industries and 15 industries that are growing. It really went viral. And what is the education system actually supposed to fulfill? It is supposed to equip people to fulfill the needs of society. But the needs of society are changing right now. The world is actually shifting. And which means that the system itself needs to change. So the traditional form of education is just creating workers, putting them into the workforce. But now what I see happening is we are moving into the era of what I call as forced entrepreneurship. Everybody has to stand for themselves. They have to really find something which they can add value to this world. And even though they may, there will be jobs, all of that, but it will be very specialized. People who are truly valuable will only be there, because everything's moving into what I call as a gig economy right now. Like everything is gig based, like how you go drive, pay and go on an Uber from point A to point B. People are also going to start charging, just going to start paying people for projects. It's no more going to be like full-time employee roles. There will be, but this is the transition. So coming to the education system, what my thoughts on this is that first thing is we are going to see the rise of academies. Rather than big universities, big buildings, big everything, paying like crazy capitation fees and all, it doesn't make any sense anymore. People have their life, they're spending to pay off the education loans. So that paradigm is moving now into the rise of online academies and specialized academies on various topics. And these academies can be either offline or even online. And definitely online is going to be the much better way to do it, because there's better interaction, unless the topic requires physical, practice and like practicals and things like that. So the first phase I see is everything's moving into the academy mode. E-learning is going to become a $325 billion industry by 2025. Forbes has already predicted that. And the education system, as I see it, it's more about practical knowledge. It's about experiential knowledge. Like all the mentors that I've learned from, even Vic, he comes from the ghettos. He used to live literally in the slums, and he's making over $1 million per month. So you see, knowledge is about learning from people who are doing. There are three elements to knowledge. You got to learn something, you got to do, and then when you teach, you learn, do, and teach simultaneously. It's a golden triangle of success. You can learn very fast. And most people in the college, in the regular education systems, they just learn, and probably with all due respect, most professors who teach business, they're not run a business. So they're just learning and they're teaching without the doing part. That's the big missing link. So now we're going to see the true teachers emerging who are doing what they say. And those who do what they say, they're the ones who are going to be really creating an impact in the marketplace. Because for many of the subjects that you're seeing in today's day and age, by the time it gets approved and gets into a regular curriculum, and it's going to keep changing. It's going to change so fast. So that's why I would say Rise Up Academies and the Golden Triangle is going to be the way to learn and teach.
Yes.